Welcome to the press conference of Coco Gauff. Please state your organisation when asking your question and use the raise hand function to signal you would like to ask a question. Who would like to ask the first question? Go ahead, Howard.
Hi, Coco. Howard Fendrich with the AP. Just wanted to ask about what it felt like to be back on center court at Wimbledon, and if it felt any different from the first time you were there, and how maybe you might be different now than you were when you were here 2 years ago.
It did feel a lot different. I honestly was more nervous today coming in today's match. And I think the biggest thing is I don't really remember much from my center court experience in 2019. I don't know. I felt like it was all a blur. But going in today, I feel like a completely different player in person. I feel like there was moments in the match where, the pressure was on from the 3-0 lead and getting broken. I feel like that's a moment where I probably mentally could have disengaged the match in the past, but I think I did a good job of trying my best to calm my nerves. It wasn't my best tennis today, but I think mentally I gave a good performance considering how nervous I was.
Thank you.
Any further questions? Go ahead, Howard.
What I want to follow up about what you said about being so nervous. Why do you think you were so nervous this time? And you said even more so than when you first went out there 2 years ago.
Honestly, I have no idea. To be honest, I wasn't nervous until we started walking to the court, and it's a pretty nice walk. They have the little guards out around, and they have a lot of artwork, and it's very, I don't know, like you're walking through a museum. And I don't know, I think the walk is kind of what made me nervous before and warming up, and last night I wasn't nervous. So I think it was really the walk. But I think I really got comfortable, really not till the end of the first set. Once I got through that set, I knew that, even if the second set didn't go my way, I still had a third set to play. So I think for me, it was just trying to get a rhythm on the court. I made a lot of unforced errors today, more than I'm used to. But I think when I needed to step in, I did. And my serve is really what helped me in today's match. My serve has been pretty helping me all throughout French and all throughout here. So that was one thing I relied on today.
Okay, Willie Weinbaum from ESPN is having problems with his audio, so I will ask his question for him. His question is, to what degree did you enter this fortnight with an expectation to go all the way, and how does that compare with how your expectations were 2 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't really expect anything from myself except how I act on the court and trying to be the best behavioral wise. I try my best every time, but for me, I try not to put expectations on myself. At least only put the ones that I can control, and I know I can control how I act on the court and how I carry myself. And I'm not every day you step on the court you're gonna play your best tennis, so I don't try to expect anything. What I do I would say I'm more of a belief. I don't really like the word expectations. I don't like that word, so I think I use more of the word belief. So I believe that I can win, and I think I believed that back in 2019, and I believe that now. So I don't think anything's changed. My goal is to always try to win the tournament regardless of of my ranking or what people think of me. What I will say is that that goal, I guess, is more clearer now than it was in 2019. So I think just my belief is a lot stronger now, and that feeling that I can go far. But yeah, I don't really like the word expectations, because at the end of the day, you can't control how you play all the time. Stuff happens. It's grass. You never know what happens, but I try to control the things that I can control.
Okay. Any further questions? Liz Clark is just joining. Liz, do you have a question? Otherwise, we will be concluding the press conference. Go ahead, Howard.
You mentioned your serve, and that obviously helped you a lot today. Where in your game do you see the room for continued improvement? You're obviously still incredibly young. This is all, in many ways, still very new to you, and you have a long road ahead of you. Where do you think you can most improve as you go along on your career?
I think the biggest thing is just being smarter on the court. I feel like sometimes I have to make the other opponent play. I feel like sometimes I try to overplay and overcompensate in situations that I don't need to. So I think, sometimes the best shot is just putting it in the court and compared to going for the line or something. So that's something that I have to fight myself on because, my instinct is to go big. But it's nice to go big, but sometimes it's okay to play a little bit passive. It just all depends on the momentum of the match. So that's, I think, one thing that I have to improve on, and also the returning. I think I can do better on my returns. I did break her, I think, 3 times today, so that's better, but I think I can improve on that too.
If I could just ask, off the court, a couple years ago here at Wimbledon, you talked a lot between your matches about social media, TikTok, and those sorts of things.
Yeah.
Is that still a part of your life and something you spend time on when you're not working, practicing, playing?
Yeah, I think TikTok I'm active on a lot. I don't know, people actually, I really don't post a lot of tennis related stuff on TikTok. So I would say a good 30% or maybe even 40% of people who follow me on TikTok don't even know I play tennis. It's just, that's how the app works. I get comments all the time, like people saying, "Oh, I didn't know you were this person. I didn't know you played tennis. I just thought you were a TikToker." So honestly, I think of it as a compliment because, I am a tennis player. That's not all I am. I have other interests and other things. But social media, it's, for me, it's always been a good thing. You always get like hate comments here and there, but it's always been a good thing to, be an outlet to kind of show other sides of me. So I still enjoy it. And I think I'm more active on it now than I was 2 years ago.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We will conclude the press conference there.
Thank you. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah.